And this is it. I mean, this is the prize for you and your lads. You've earned all of this that's coming between now and Sunday.
Yeah, that's what I keep telling them. I said, you've got to enjoy it because you've earned the right to be here. Yes, it's a massive game. Yes, it's going to be really, really tough. And it could be a tough afternoon against a really good team. But, you've earned it. You've got to enjoy it.
And are you enjoying it so far? And I appreciate when we're speaking now, we're 2.5 days out. But are you enjoying it? Are they enjoying it?
Yeah, I think the profile we've all got is great. Say the media. Everyone wants to speak to us, the players, myself, newspapers, TVs, whatever. But we're all in it because we love football, and it's nice to be in the spotlight. You have to enjoy it when you're in it.
And it's been quite a climb to get here. I mean, you had all this to a degree with the Huddersfield game and all the the TV attention. You got over that one. The Burton one was a great tie.
Yeah.
So it hasn't fallen out of the sky for you. It's been a real battle to get there.
Yeah, no, we've had to work really hard. Even like the first game, the Macclesfield game was a real tough game. Robbie Savage brought a good team here who were doing really well, full time. That was a real tough game. We got through that, and then the Huddersfield one was here. Lads were brilliant, live on telly, earned the right to get that, and Burton local derby. So we've had 3 really, really tough going, and then to get a draw like we've got is unbelievable. So yeah, you have to enjoy it because they've earned the right to have it. And like I say, I want them to enjoy it, but I want them to give a good account of themselves and and make sure they stamp their authority on the game to a degree and compete with Tottenham.
Absolutely. Your fans will know, but people who are just switching on to Tamworth will see the progress that the club has made. They might remember that the club has been this way before a few years ago. I remember the Norwich game here, and they've played Everton, but it's been a long way since then for the Lambs. But the last 2.5 years have been a blur, have they? Or have you taken it all in on the way? Because you've achieved a lot.
Yeah, we've just talked about it today. We've achieved a lot in a short space of time. I think the club's come a really long way, and that's good. I'm delighted to help them on the journey, and it has come probably further than anyone expected to. Nearly 3 years, I think, in February, but it's been a fantastic journey and we're really enjoying it, and one I think we can all be proud of.
Yes, and I mean, your league form is such that you have given yourselves a good chance of staying in the top tier of non-league, where by most measures you would be one of the smallest clubs, and certainly the part-time thing is a very big factor. I mean, that in itself, if you can pull it off over the course of the season, will be just as big an achievement, isn't it? Yeah,
I've publicly said if we can stay in this league, that will be my biggest achievement I've done in football, and that means that that forgets the 2 promotions, and that counterattacks the FA Cup run. To stay in the National League will be unbelievable because that's just not a one-off game. That's across 40-odd games, so you've got to compete with these teams home and away. Most of them being full-time, most of them with massive resources compared to ours. So if we can finish out that bottom 4, it would be unbelievable.
Is there a connection between those two things? And I don't just mean, obviously, the FA Cup has helped you with a bit of budget, some ink budget for the club, but has there been a connection between the form in the Cups and the league has helped one another?
I think you sort of, Steve, if you're doing well in one, it tends to, form tends to go into the other, so it's about morale, about belief, that all them things follow suit. So you sort of get on the crest of a wave, so that's probably helped. And like I said, obviously the money will help the club in general, not particularly for the playing budget, just for the resources of the club and doing jobs around that need doing, and you spent it the right way. But I'm sure I've not asked for extra money, but I'm sure moving down the line, if we come to near the end and we need X amount of player to perhaps get us over the line to stay up, I'm sure that money will then be there. We can perhaps add to what we wanted.
And as people will have read this week, you are full-time in football again. Had you imagined you would be when you took this job?
Not really, no. It's gone really well, so I didn't particularly expect to be full-time, but it needed to be done because there's just such a lot to do, and I was trying to do too much at college really, and they've been brilliant with me there and they respect what I've done and they're really behind me, so it'll give me a little bit more time, and then when we have these long away trips I won't have to be in college at 8:30. I can get up in the morning and chill and do bits and bobs and do stuff from home.
Yes, because I think people might not be aware of just how much there is you may be non-league and maybe part-time, but as far as is possible you are approaching games as professionally as any of the outfits at a higher level.
Yeah, we have to. So we have to do our homework. I have to watch videos, get analysis of other teams, set a programme of what we're going to do in training when we get a chance to train. And like you said, we go to games. There's been a few lately where I've had to leave college at 2, get home 2 in the morning, then be back in college at 8, and it makes it difficult. Then when I get in at 8, 9 o'clock, then people want to speak to me about what happened the night before. I'm coming out of lessons, so it's tough, and it's tough for the players as well because they're working long hours and they've probably got some physically more demanding jobs than I've got, and so they're working on building sites or whatever, and then having to come out, play football, and then go back. So it's tough, full stop. But we knew that. We knew into this league what it was going to be about. We knew there'd be a lot of travelling. We knew there'd be, limited what we could do training wise because of the games, and as a group we wanted to do it, and they are doing it.
Helps them appreciate what they're achieving.
Yeah, of course it does. And like I said, when you get some success as well, which we've had in the league, it makes it all worthwhile, and we've got to continue to do that and pick up enough points to make sure we're safe.
I know you're proud of what's been achieved here, and rightly so, and the club is proud of what you and the players are doing. How are you going to feel at 12 on Sunday?
I think I want to look around and feel proud of what we've done. Obviously we will all be nervous, me included, but I think you just got to look around and say, look what we've done, look how far we've come, look what we're up against, and like I keep saying, you've got to embrace it. And I've said that about going into this league. Whatever happened, you've got to embrace how far we've come, because you work hard in football and you get a lot more lows than you do highs, so you have to enjoy the highs. And I think that's what you've just said's a good point. 12. Before you kick off, we need to look around, we need to look at the dugout, the players on that pitch, and say, wow, we've come a long way, let's enjoy it.
Yeah, and there's a last thought that we will know, and everybody loves the FA Cup, but its history, you can almost like a map of England with all these places. That the best known thing about the town these days is that it was in a big FA Cup tie once. Now Tamworth's got a bit of a bigger history than that, the town has, but you're part of it now.
Yeah, I'm proud of that, and people have said that about winning the league last year, and I'm part of their history now, and I think people appreciate it. I think people appreciate what we've done, and it's not just me; it's my management team as well, and the players. That what we've brought to the club after the last couple of years, because they were in the doldrums. It wasn't in a great place 3 years ago. The crowds were not good. We brought the crowds back. There's a buzz around the place. There's a lot of smiles on faces, and I'm proud of that. I really am proud of that.